Hey everyone, your girl is here. It's now later on tonight. I obviously since have watched some chilling scares. I'm 1 hour into today's posting, and they're into any single view, which is actually my longest that I haven't had a single view. You guys are probably, busy doing your own little things tonight, and hey, that's okay, right? Like I said, I shared before with the parasocial relationship, and everything. Yeah, you guys are allowed to have your own life too, right? Just how I can have my own life during breaks, right? And I take a month off every single year, so I do, 11 months straight. And then even on break, I still give you guys, 2 to 4 hours. And I also have had other videos like that that kind of start off slower. I know my Thursday, or the Wild Wednesday, when the police were outside of my work when I left, I know that one was a little bit low to start, but then it climbed. And there's been a couple other videos like that too. So, anyhow, I guess we'll go ahead and, keep reading. Alright, so where would you go if you were a relapsed addict with something to hide and lots of people to hide from? Even in a city like Seattle, there are only a handful of places. A couple of years ago, right before I took the job at the club, I had no place to live for a week or so, and no friends to stay with. Well, at least none I'd trust to watch me sleep every night, short of homeless shelters, which are permanently over capacity and filled with the kind of people you also don't want to sleep in the same room with. I found myself with the last of my cash at my motel near the airport. The administration turned out to be a lot less exacting than the landlords at the apartment buildings I visited. Who didn't think I'd make a trustworthy tenant? In fact, a short hirsute man behind the counter told me for a little extra cost I would have to present any ID. I wouldn't have to present any ID at all. Not that it wasn't already clear to me what kind of place this was. On the second day, the neon sign of the Silver Bullet Gentlemen's Club with a phallic blinking bullet logo was becoming more than an annoyance than that glared even through closed blinds. I couldn't get to an apartment without a giant deposit, and my deposit money wasn't exactly growing with $40 per night, draining away into the pockets of the hotel manager. A girl lived 2 doors from me, and she told me she was in from out of town to work over the long weekend, and to bring some work with her after hours, since the room was already paid for all. She got me in as a shooter girl because the long weekend required extra staff at the last second. There I met Natalia, who taught me basics of tending bar. I had my deposit within a couple of weeks. In spite of everything, I managed to sleep till noon, and by the time I got there, the club is already open for business. The sight of it makes my stomach twist, because there's no going back to my old job now. The sign has been on since 11:30 for the lunch shift, and in the light of day, the dusty neons have a sad look to them. The whole place looks permanently coated in dust. The burgundy-colored sheet paneling covering the windows. The early 90s pinup photos behind plastic. The Kitski front advertising lap dances. The price has stayed the same since the late 80s. Apparently strip joints are the one place that's inflation proof. I turn away from it and drive to the motel across the mostly empty parking lot. It's one of the 3 or 4 familiar places Stern strewn across the concrete lots that stretch for miles, too close to the airport to build fancy overpriced condos, too close to the residential areas to build factories or refineries. Motels, a strip mall, and a smattering or semi-abandoned building are scattered like Legos, squat and lonely. The door marked administration is half opened, and some outdated pop music is playing a scratchy radio station. There's a new person behind the counter, a woman, and she barely spares me a glance until I come up to her counter and ask about the Sarah Lyons. My mother is probably not using her name, but I figured it's worth a try. I figure wrong because the woman doesn't even attempt to look at the humidly bloated logbook in front of her, telling me there's no one by that name. With a sigh, I slip a bill across the counter. She lowers her plastic wrapped sandwich without taking a bite. What you want with her? She asks, pocketing the money. She's my mother, I say bluntly, eliciting a throaty chuckle from her. I groan inwardly and describe her at least as well as I remember. The woman gives me a pitying look. She has a mark, I add. This part I remember clearly. Here, I draw a short, broken cross line across my temple. The woman gives me a peculiar look. The only sound is the staticky Christina Aguilera song Cura 2002 on the radio. Where is she? I ask. It's important. Look, sweetie, the woman starts, but I'm not listening anymore. I storm out of the office, letting the door swing shut behind me. Valerie? I yell. Where the hell have you been, Valerie? Come here so I can gouge your eyes out, you bitch. I storm past the identical motel doors, pounding on each as I go. Valerie, I know you're here. Come out. Behind the thin plywood doors, reluctant noises start to stir up. Steps, muffled exclamations, impressive strings of swear words. A couple of doors open, faces peering out, but none of them are hers. I turn the corner around the U shape of the motel and only have time to glimpse the door shutting, slamming hard. Across from it is a car, and as soon as I see it, knowledge races through my veins like ice water. It's out of place here. Too nice, even though it hasn't been washed in ages. A thick coating of mud and Seattle black dust clinging to the once shiny paint. A large black SUV dark window shield with a dent in the front bumper. Nausea and anger twist together in my guts. I cross the distance in a few bounds, raise my foot to pound on the motel door, then unexplainably take the door handle instead. It turns without resistance. The room is pitch black in the first moment, and I hover on the threshold, expecting anything. Close the door, says her voice. I recognize it at once, the voice that answered Sean's phone. Oh my god! Except now, it's that smokier rasp in it again. Like she's coming down from a long weekend bender. Like in the good old days. I feel along the wall and flip on the light switch. Only once the light of the ceiling lamp fills every corner of the small room do I shut the door behind me. I think about it and turn the lock. We're going to want to talk in private. Did you do it? I ask. Do you have her? Do you have her? Valerie shakes her head. Please don't lie. Why would you do that? You never wanted her. You never wanted me, come to think of it. I didn't want anything, she says. Please, Ella. I'm a victim in all this, just like you are. You have some nerve. She gives me a weary smile. The overhead light in the room is meant to be flattering, or at least to hide posh marks and track marks. But I see the mark on her temple is even more serious than I remember. It's like a canyon in her skin, which is smoother than it should be, considering her former lifestyle. I guess the last decade has been good to her. She puts on weight, but it suits her. She still has that wedge haircut with grown out blonde highlights, I notice, with a certain amount of glee that a scar on her temple tugs the corner of her eyes down just a little, throwing her face out of symmetry. So she actually looks like what she is. What did you tell your husband about it? I ask. That I got mugged. The weary smile widens. Hear me out, please. I wasn't talking about your face, and we're not going to talk about it. Just tell me one more thing. You're not that one asking questions, I say, bristling. Just one thing, Ella. One and for all. What do you remember? So this is, um, they have a marker here. So this is probably everything Ella remembers. Because then it just says, she wakes up to a presence in her room, but doesn't have the time to be frightened. It's the smell that sets off a chain reaction in her memory. Familiar and yet new. Cigarettes, a sour note of bad breath, but now there are two other smells to mask it. Soap, shampoo, perfume. Too strong synthetic smell of flowers floats all over it all. She opens her eyes at last and sees where it's coming from. A large bouquet of carnations, and behind it, a familiar face emerges wearing a grin that frays at the edges. Valerie, Mom? Hi, baby, how are you doing? She busies herself pouring cloudy water into a mason jar and snipping the flower stems with a pair of scissors from her purse before plunking the blooms down into the container. She leaves the scissors laying next to the jar on the windowsill. All the while she talks. Too much and too fast for Ella to follow. The flowers are the kind you buy in a subway tunnel or a gas station. Carnations, dyed purple, their petals already edged in decay, with white flecks of baby's breath and pointing green ferns, all wrapped in crinkly paper covered with red hearts. Listen, baby, there's no point in trying to hide it from me. Hiding it from you. I'm going to jail. You won't see me for a while. You don't know what that means. Her mother's voice drops in a scratchy whisper. You'll be a ward of the state. You won't be able to keep her regardless. It takes Ella a moment to understand, because this is the first time she learns that it's her. She watches expression shift across her mother's face. And these are good people, Ella, very good people. She'll be better off with them. Ella closes her eyes, hoping against hope that the woman will be gone when she opens them again. Just another half daydreamed, conjured up by the feverish mind. But even with her eyelids closed tight, she feels the presence on the other side of her, hears the rustles as she shuffles from one foot to the other. Go on, just don't lie there. Say something. Jesus. Reluctant, Ella opens her eyes to meet her mother's demanding glare. She doesn't say anything. Her head is as empty as words, as a clear glass jar. You know what? Fine, the woman says in a low growl. Nobody needs your argument anyway. You're a mirror and you don't get a say. I only came here to tell you, not to ask you. And because I wanted to see you before I went. I don't know when I'm getting out, not that you care by the look of it. Ella dully wonders what she did to provoke the surge of anger that crackles underneath the woman's thin skin. She knows that when someone's angry, it's because of something she said or did, or because she made a wrong move at the wrong time. So the solution is to stay still and silent, which is exactly what she does. The woman runs her hands through her hair, which is a different color than Ella remembers. I used to be light brown, now it's a brittle blonde, with a wispy bangs over her eyes. Damn, Ella, I don't know what to say to you. It has to be like this, okay? I can't help it. There's nothing I can do. I'm signing the papers and that's it. God knows you'll have enough to worry about besides this. She leans forward, drowning Ella in the perfume and smoke smell that's familiar and unfamiliar at once. The scratchy wool of the scarf around her neck brushes Ella's face as she leans closer and affixes a sticky kiss on her hairline. Ella takes a deep breath, filling her lungs with the scent, then twists her neck to see the pair of dollar store scissors with plastic still sitting on the windowsill next to the carnations. All she has to do is reach. Oh my god. Oh my gosh, guys. And the next word says, I can't do this. Oh my god, guys. This is getting intense. Whew. Guys, this is very intense. Whew. Guys, I don't know how exactly this is gonna pan out. And I think that was a mistake. That was just her. We'll get into other people's recollections. It'll probably be later on. I don't want to skim ahead and party it or scare it for myself or give party pooper, right? Be a party pooper for myself. Guys, this is getting really, really good. We're getting close to the end. It's just this whole life, right? That's just turned upside down because of, these two girls that have been missing. And there's just such similarities in the cases. So there hasn't really been a place that she stayed at for very long. So we're finally getting it all looped together now that she's talked about her mom, and then she is now with her mom and has been talking with her mom. And then obviously Jacqueline as well was able to give information that led. Oh my! I never remember when she stole the phone and got the information. Oh my god, guys, this is really, really good. I did also want to share as well. So there is the Pittsburgh Marathon training run, January 10th. So we're gonna be doing it, guys. Doing it all night, all summer. So very excited for that. And that's pretty much it for my additions for today. So that's about, I can't see, 15, 16, 17, somewhere in there. So I'll go ahead here and get a snack and then listen to some relaxing music. I'll actually do some relaxing music first and then my snack. And then we'll go ahead and get going and I'll talk to you guys tomorrow for some cleaning. So talk to you guys later.
He said his mother died and they were taking him back in there to tell him. Now,
No. There's no way.
That's what she told me.
Well, she had her TV on down there, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, Mama. Maybe. I don't know. Crazy to think, Mama, in just a week we'll be taking everything down. Hey everyone, your girl is here. So coming to you guys today now. We are officially just 4 days from Christmas, guys. Very exciting, very happy. I just wanted to come on and make another joy video. We are another day closer to Florida, and I think we're like below 100 days now, guys. Oh my god. I'm starting the below 100 again. You guys remember last year, my below 100? So obviously you guys can see it took a while to fall asleep, but it'll just be easy, and it was super easy even last year. You know, so, and again, my experience and all of that, it's easier to go without less hours of sleep. So, anyhow, guys, I'll go ahead here, get going, have some breakfast. I just want to do another good morning video. Another day closer to Florida, below 100 days. Oh my god, so excited. So this probably marks day 1 within the 100 mark. Last year I didn't keep track, but it was only 50% Lush Life. So this year, I'm going to keep track of how many days does it take me almost 2 hours to fall asleep, guys. Because, oh my, doing it all night, all summer. Alright, guys, so I'm going to go ahead and have my breakfast, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Hey everyone, your girl is here, so it's now officially time to do my bathroom with you guys. So we'll go ahead and do that, and then this video will be up later today while I'm at work. So it's definitely been a very good morning, despite you know, being slower and everything, or waking up later and getting done just at my the normal latest time that I like to get done with breakfast and all of that. It's now 11:03 with 8600. So let's go ahead and clean my bathroom with you guys. And I am in a festive suit, rather showful, but we can do a showful Sunday, guys. So yes, we'll do a showful Sunday and white. Maybe next time I'll wear green or red. Red, yeah, I'll probably wear red. And the side is much better. Well, the side is actually much worse than the blue and white. Alright, guys. So, let's go ahead and... Okay, so we start by doing my towel. Let me shake this out. Alright, the towel is all done. Trash we gotta do next. Okay, now I get my mirror stuff. Hey guys, mirror Windex, and also in celebration of going to Miami, I also have these on too. So, if you guys are wondering, I don't know how well you can see them in the back. Yeah, you can see it. Again, guys, very showful leggings here. Alright, guys. A showful Sunday. Much worse than my purple leggings last time. Okay, now there's a nice security gap. And with these, the security gap comes and you can't really fix it because they're just so tight. So, anyhow, guys. God. It's like sticking everywhere. Okay. Toss this. Okay, so now I go get my bucket. We'll do my bucket. And then after I do my vanity, I'll spray the toilet and I'll put you guys in here. So, I'm gonna save this out here. Alright guys, so now we'll do my bathroom with you guys. Or I'm sorry, the tub. So and then we'll get this out here. Holy cow guys, 6 minutes already. Alright, so let me get this out of here. Get my 2 new poofies and sponges out of here. Just doing my bathroom. Got a nice clean bathroom when I come home tonight from work. Yep. Okay. There's all of that. And just because I don't want to use 2 rags, I'm going to use this here. And let this soak in the sink as well. That's why I'm filling it up. So, we'll go ahead now. We'll put the bucket back in. Dry off the vanity. Let me get that other one. What, Mama? It might be, Mama. I'll work on it, okay? Yeah, I know. They're really weird here. I don't know why. Okay. Okay, now have that all dried. Set that up there. Now we'll do the actual toilet bowl itself, and then we'll do the rest of the other stuff. So let me bring you guys out here. Alright, so I got the toilet. I'm going to do the sink with another rag and probably the tub too, honestly, with the same rag. Okay, so let's do the sink here. There's no place to put you guys other than back here. Wait, or is there? Well, that's soaking. Give me a second till I find a place. Just have to be right here, so. I mean, ultimately, at the end of the day, that's just saliva, and again, that's cleaning products already on there, and if I bring it out good, it'll be the same. You know. Alright, so this will be my cloth for only the tub. Oh no, never mind, I said that I was gonna do, what was I gonna do? Oh, yeah, just use that, and then just do the tub with that. No. How about this? Sink and tub, and then the rest of the floor with that. Okay. Okay. So, it's been soaking long enough. Let's do the tub. Alright guys, actual time 18:01, so finish here for today, and then I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. So anyhow guys, thanks for watching. Talk to you guys later.
Now in flesh of tears, oh come let us adore, come let us adore in Christ.
Young people like Jose, who said, I was sure that was in my future.
Thanks for watching guys. Talk to you guys tomorrow.